everyone, my name is Tavis Millerov. I'm the Fire Marshal with Meridian Township Fire Department, and we're talking to you today about burning permits and when it's required and what kind of burning permit you're going to need for either your recreational fire or your rural residential fire. So first of all, we're going to expand on that. Two different types of burn permits are issued within Meridian Township. The first one is the recreational fire permit. Those are for those of you that have a fire pit or a fire appliance that you want to have some sort of a recreational fire, which is recreational fire is defined as any type of burning for pleasure, cooking, or recreation. You want to have a campfire with the kids outside, roast some hot dogs, maybe do some s'mores. You're going to want the recreational fire permit. The recreational fire permit is a very easy process to obtain. It is all done online, and basically you go to the township website, meridian.mi.us, navigate your way to the fire page where you'll see a link there to the online registration form for the recreational fire permit. You're going to submit your name, a couple other information, check some boxes depending on what situation you have, and once that's submitted, you're done and all set to go. And basically all we're doing there is we're making sure that you understand what the rules are, what your responsibilities are for doing responsible burning, and making sure that you do everything in a safe and concise manner. One of the misconceptions people think is that if it's not a fire pit, that it doesn't need to be registered or we don't need to know about it. Right here I have an example. This is a fire table, albeit this is an older version of one. We see these in plenty of places throughout the township, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, where if it produces a flame, we want to know about it. And it's not that this is any more or less dangerous than having a fire pit, but having it registered as part of our permitting process for the recreational fire permit gives us the knowledge that you have one of these devices, and it's at least going to be a way for us to be able to give you information to help you be more fire safe with this device and using a fire appliance in your backyard. So with this being a fire table, this is what we would call a fire appliance. And on the online recreational fire permit form, this is where you would check the box for I have a commercially made fire appliance and register this that way. One of the things that's gained in popularity over the last couple of years is a pizza oven, especially the outdoor wood-fired pizza ovens. Now, there's been several questions, and we get this call to our office every now and then. Pizza ovens are exempt. The fire code is a very specific exemption for cooking appliances as far as for any kind of regulations and following of the fire code. So these devices, they don't need a permit. They don't even need to be registered. You can go with this at free will. The last thing we're going to talk about is the other burning permit that you can get in Meridian Township, which is the rural residential permit. This permit is very specific. Those of you who want to burn for disposal, okay, if you've got brush cleanup, you're doing that kind of thing, you've cut down some trees or whatever, and you're trying to get rid of material, the rural residential fire permit is the only permit you can get that allows you to do that sort of thing. Now with that, there are some very specific rules though. The pile for burning on a rural residential permit is going to be limited to 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet. In addition to that, the permit is limited to only those residences that have over an acre of land and are zoned a rural residential property. Beyond that, you are not allowed to use any kind of fire for disposal, and the only type of permit that you'll be allowed to get is a recreational permit. So that's a brief overview of the burning regulations and the permitting process here in Meridian Township. If you have any questions or concerns about it and want to know more information, you can always call our office at 853-4700 or catch me online at Millerov at meridian.mi.us.